Another day, there's another case in the world of crypto, but this time Coinbase, the biggest cryptocurrency market in the world, is part of the test. Because of XRP Ripple, the market has been under a lot of stress, but then something amazing happened. All of Coinbase's power is being used to protect XRP, and they're also going to raise the price even more. The price could go through the roof and reach $15,000. That's pretty cool, right? Let's break it down. You'll be amazed. Nota bene. XRP from Ripple is back in the news, but this time it's not Ripple that's being tried. Coinbase it is. That may sound like a loss, but it could actually lead to a price rise that everyone doesn't see coming. Tyler Winklevoss, co-founder of Gemini, has weighed in with a harsh criticism of Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield. Rayfield recently filed a case against Coinbase saying that it was selling unregistered securities such as XRP through its main platform and Prime service. Many people in the crypto space thought that regulatory arguments were over, but this move has brought them back to life. You could tell Winklevoss was honest. X quickly took notice of a post he wrote. Maybe Oregon's AG didn't get the memo. There is already a federal judge in the US who said that XRP is not a security. Not only was he against the case, but he also said it was a waste of public money. Some people have even said that the Attorney General should be removed because he or she is breaking clear law precedent. That being said, why is Oregon now trying to bring the case back to the state level? The Department of Justice for the state says it's coming in because the federal government didn't do anything during the last administration, leaving what it calls a regulatory vacuum. But for many people in the business, this reasoning doesn't make sense. A bigger change in the way the SEC regulates is shown by the fact that it has already dropped its cases against Ripple, Coinbase, and other crypto companies. Oregon's determination to move forward not only seems out of place, but it also seems like a political move backed up by legal grounds. It's no surprise that Coinbase is not giving up. In fact, a few days after the lawsuit was filed, it revealed that it would be adding XRP futures contracts to its derivatives platform to make its XRP offerings even bigger. That's not a business running away from potential trouble. That's two deals in one for that company. The legal team at Coinbase, led by Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal, has made their anger clear. Grewal said the lawsuit doesn't take into account the facts, the law, or previous court decisions, which suggests that the goal isn't to protect investors, it has to do with power. This has a lot of irony. A year ago, XRP Ripple coin was being taken off of big exchanges because the SEC was being too strict. Now that the storm is over and Ripple is standing tall, Coinbase is making XRP more visible, which could bring the token more money and attention. The past has shown us what happens when there are no more rules to follow. XRP can go through the roof. In 2023, when Ripple won its case in court, XRP almost doubled in value in less than 24 hours. This latest story could be the start of a new good time. Institutional players are added to the mix by futures contracts. They give you power, ways to protect your investments, and a sign that the market for a token is getting ready to mature. When Coinbase adds XRP futures, it sends a word to the big players. XRP isn't just back. It's once again becoming an important tool. Tyler Winklevoss's strong support for XRP shows how frustrated people are getting in the business as a whole. Leaders are sick of uneven rules and fights at the state level that go against decisions made by the federal courts. On the other hand, these conflicts could be what pushes XRP to new heights. As the case of Ripple showed, problems often make us more focused, and when it clears, the bounce can be very strong. Things get even stranger. Analysts think we're about to see a move that will be so big that it will surprise even long-term users. This isn't just talk either. What's going on behind the scenes could cause one of the biggest price jumps we've seen in years. So, Ripeth Oracle just sent out a tweet that really hits home with the growing feeling in the XRP community. This is what XRP's past looks like. Even though this line is short, it says a lot about how the assets rise, fall, and rise again happen in cycles. XRP has been through a lot of extreme price changes in the past, but the next part could be very different. This time, because it is becoming more useful and popular in global banking. Some people still think of XRP as a risky product, but things are changing. King Karen and others have made a strong claim. In 2025, we'll have 1 million XRP. There is definitely something appealing about this, especially when you think about how the industry is changing and how Ripple's legal battles are getting more attention. Now that the SEC case seems to be over, could 2025 be the year that XRP becomes widely used? That's not all though. People keep making big claims about the future of XRP. Some of them can't be ignored. Steph, who used to be skeptical, recently said in a tweet, "I'm sorry, I was wrong about XRP the whole time. This time, we won't get to $30.00. We'll get to $100.00. This is a big change for someone who used to doubt XRP's promise and now sees a much higher ceiling than they did before. When people who were against XRP start to change their minds, it sends a strong message to the market about how valuable the asset could become in the future. And then there's Jack the Rippler, a well-known person in the XRP community who made an amazing guess. XRP to $1,000.00 before the end of the year 2030. Some people might think this is impossible, but Jack's statement shows the kind of bold thought that makes the XRP community unique. It's not impossible for XRP to reach $1.00 by 2030, especially when you think about how wider use and acceptance around the world could happen in the next few years. You're really interested in XRP consultant's tweet though. He said that this feeling is typical of a growing opinion among some XRP holders that the token's worth isn't just in trading for speculation. XRP could become an important part of the world's financial system, and its price might represent how useful it is. A new revelation by a Ripple executive only adds to these forecasts. The XRP guy said that a high-level Ripple official told them a story about how XRP could finally reach an unbelievable $15,000.00. That XRP will be held at a price of $15.00 is not the important thing here. What's important is that the token could allow huge amounts of money to flow through global markets, with XRP serving as the currency. With this new point of view, how XRP is used is more important than how much it is worth right now on a chart. Some people may laugh, but a lot of people who support Ripple already see this happening as not just possible, but inevitable. All of this makes it clear that XRP is more than just a payment method. It's growing into a strong tool that could change the way money moves around the world. As it becomes more useful, its price will likely go up, but in ways we don't fully understand yet. It's possible that XRP will never reach $15,000.00 per token, but one thing is for sure, its future looks better than ever. Hold on tight because the best might still be coming. Most people don't know this though. Ripple is making huge moves in Asia behind the scenes. We found a relationship that could be the key to reaching our $15.00 goal that will change everything. And believe me, you've never seen anything like this strong signal before, so Ripple's use around the world is about to take a huge step forward. This could have a huge effect on the price of XRP. The most recent news comes from Japan, where XRP has been added to Coin, a cryptocurrency platform run by Mercari, one of the biggest and most famous resale markets in the country. This means that a huge 20 million users can now access XRP, making the coin easy for regular Japanese people to use. What's even more interesting is how well XRP is being added to a tool that people already use for everyday tasks. To sell XRP, users can use their existing balances, points, or bank transfers for as little as one Japanese